Okay, we're gonna take a moment here. We got Bubba the Snowman to give us a hand, and he's gonna show us a little bit about ice dams and why they happen. So we've got our mock-up roof here, and we've got some snow on it. It's really yucky outside today. We had lots of snow last week, which is piled up on your house roof. And now it's like drizzling and raining. We're standing in almost water here just as everything's melting off and getting yucky out. And we get a lot of calls when the weather's like this with people's roofs leaking. Sometimes people are asking for a quote for a new roof and they don't actually need one. If you imagine your roof and you've got all the snow on it, and then we're starting to get this rain, what's happening, or with the heat of your house, what's happening is the snow is melting off and water is running down your roof. But when it gets to the edge, that water can freeze and create a spot where the water can back up on top of the shingles. So I'm just going to dump a little water here to illustrate what's going on. And if you can see, that water's taken a really long time to soak down through that snow. And if this was all frozen here with icicles, it'd be even worse. So I dumped probably a quart of water on there, and it's just now starting to kind of drip off and go through. And if that water was just running continuously, it would be backing up and creating like a pond of water or a pool of water on top of the roof. And roof shingles are not meant to hold water. All the underlayments and the roof shingles are lapped in a special way to make sure that the water sheds from on top of them. But they're not meant to contain the water and hold it there. So sometimes it can do that and it'll be just fine, and the water will sit there for a little while and eventually the ice melts and everything goes away. But that's pretty risky. A better scenario is if you're noticing that you've got snow piled up on the edge of your roof and you're starting to develop some major ice along the edge, you should get a snow rake and then just clear the snow off and make sure that the edges of your roof are clean. And that will allow the water, as it's melting or raining today, it'll allow that water to run off rather than pooling behind the ice dam and causing damage to your home. Just because you can't see that it's leaking or causing damage doesn't mean that it's not. If there's ice, like sometimes we'll see icicles coming from the soffit or on the vinyl siding on a house. If you're seeing ice in weird places like that, you've probably got some leaks that aren't getting into the house, but definitely pushing back behind the shingles at the edge of the roof line. So definitely want to keep the edges of your roof clear. Pay special attention to valleys where the roof lines are coming together. Those can be really susceptible places for ice damming and leaks to occur. So it's only a few times of the year that we have weather like this. And it's definitely worth the effort to make sure that the edges of the roof are clear so that you're not having a problem as a result of ice dams. I hope this helps. We're ready to rake. Actually, when you do this, you want to make sure that you're not scraping your shingles too hard because you don't want to cause damage to them either. We're going to let little Bubba go because he's not helping our ice dam problem at all.